All right, everybody can hear me okay? All right, awesome. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for joining. So let's begin. Sit tall, supremely still, and close the eyes. Bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything we need is already within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you are everywhere, established in the hearts of all beings. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. Shivaya. I bow to the inner light. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 I am not this body, this body is not me. I am not this body, this body is not me. I am not this body, this body is not me. I am not this body, this body is not me. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. I am neither body nor mind, immortal self am I. I am neither body nor mind, immortal self am I. I am neither body nor mind, immortal self am I. I am neither body nor mind, immortal self am I. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Only peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So now we'll do the mantra for purification 3 times. If you know it, you can do it along with me. If not, just imagine you're chanting it through the voice of the Guru, and you derive all the benefits of the purification of the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. Each time in one single breath if you can, and do it loud enough so it can be heard by both the subtle bodies within and all around us. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bhiantraha Sajihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bhiantraha Sajihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Va Sawa Vashtanga Topi Va Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Bhiantraha Sajihi. And release. We'll do the main breathing now, alternate nostril breathing. We'll do a count of 4, 16, 8. 4 on the inhale, 16 on the breath retention, 8 on the exhale. So when you're doing this, when the breath retention, you're applying the throat in a root lock, contract the root muscles, pull them up towards the navel for the root lock, and for the throat lock, as you inhale, bring the chest up high, so that when you hold the breath, you can just bring the chin on the chest without hunching your back. You want to keep your back very straight. The attention is at the space between the eyebrows, the seat of divine perception. And for the in and outs, you're starting on the active side, you're ending on the active side. So we're trying to find the active side now. Left hand first in Jnana Mudra, second finger to thumb connected on the left knee. Right hand, always using the right hand for the passage, for the control of the passage of the breath. Second, third fingers fold down, turn a palm towards you. This is the mudra that we use for pranayama for the alternate nostril. The right thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left nostril. So let's block off the right nostril first, in and out through the left a few times. And then switch to the other side, block off the left side with the right ring finger. Whichever side feels more open is your active side. If they feel exactly the same, just default to the left side as your active side. So my active side is the left side, so I'll demonstrate with that side as being my active side. So let's sit tall and straight. Exhale, empty the lungs completely. Close off the less active side. Inhale through the active. 3, 4. Hold the breath. Third eye attention. 2, 3, 4. Throat and root lock. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exhale out through the less active side. Control the exhale so that you're completely empty by the 8th count. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the less active side. 3, 4. Holding the breath again. Third eye attention. 3, 4. Everything stops. The fluctuations of the mind, the movement of the body, and the emotions even are frozen. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exhale out through the active side. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale through the active. 3, fill up completely. Hold the breath. Chin on the chest. Tongue to the roof of the mouth behind the teeth to seal off the lock completely at the throat. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Exhale out through the less active side. 3, 4, 5. Nice and even. 6, 7, 8. Inhale again for as much as you can through the 4 counts. Hold the breath, chin on the chest. 13, 14, 15, 16. Exhale through the left side. Remember to release the locks completely. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Continue on your own for a few more cycles. This is just a taste of this technique, which brings the mind into silence, ready for meditation, ready for sadhana. If at any point you lose your concentration, just be like the witness, undisturbed, unaffected, unjudging. Just try again. Bring your attention back to the pranayama. It's the effort and the perseverance that are important, and the intention of offering, not the result. Keep the count nice and steady. Keep your attention at Trikuti, the seat of divine perception. Learn to control the vital force and the mind, or they will control you. Takes constant practice. This will be the last cycle, so whenever you breathe out of your active side next, conclude. Take your time, do not shortchange the breath retention. Whenever you're done, just sit quietly. So take a moment to rest your mind on the infinite being that's within all beings. We'll celebrate that now through the practice, through the imitation of those forms, all of which are a reflection of God's grace and magnificence and beauty and wisdom. See how God's divine qualities are reflected in each and every being. And think of imitation as the highest form of reverence. And through this practice, compassion augments. So now let's begin the practice. Come to standing. So we're going to begin with a few warm-ups. First, let's charge up the body with Earth's energy. Plant your feet about 10 inches apart. Raise your arms above the head. On the inhale, pull the Earth's energy from the soles of the feet right up to the fingertips. 2, 3, 4. Feel it flooding right up and in. 6, 7, 8. Hold the attention and the breath at the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the Earth's energy flushing right down through the body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. Pull the Earth's energy right up to the fingertips. Use your attention to attract it there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all at the fingertips. Hold the breath. Exhale all the way back down again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. Inhale. Feel the Earth's energy charging right up, surging right through the body, right up to the fingertips. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it at the fingertips. Suspend the breath. Exhale all the way back down. Feel the charge rippling right down through the body. Feel fully charged. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring the arms down. We'll continue with some movements just to prepare the body for the practice. Continue to pretend that you're the witness watching the body move all by itself. I'll start to swing from one side to the other. Allow the arms hit the body like heavy ropes. Good. And then start to slow it down. Bring the hands on the hips and circle the head. Head feels very heavy. It's falling from one side to the other, front and back. Can you stay on the top of the neck? And then switch the direction of rotation. Try to see the floor in all directions as the head moves around. Now, right arm swings forward. Feel as though you're holding a weight in your right hand. Give you a little bit more momentum to swing. Switch sides. Make as though you're winding up to throw a ball. And then the other side, left arm. And then backwards. And then release. Go from here. Take hold of the opposite elbows. Hold the elbows over the head and bend to your left. Come up, go to the right. Stretch the left side of the body. Try not to make folds in the underside of the body. Come up, go to your left again. Come up, go to the right. And then coming back up. Start to make little circles over your head, using mostly the head, neck, and shoulders first. And then start to make the circles a little bit bigger. Chest and the upper back come into the movement. Always, again, moving according to your condition. And now big circles. Tracing large circles in front of the body like a big airplane propeller. And then coming right back up, and then go in the opposite direction. Starting small, just over the head, neck, and shoulders. And then start to get a little bit larger. Chest and the upper back. Keep squeezing the arms by the ears. And finally, as you see fit, you can do the full circle of the trunk. And then coming right back up. Release the arms now. Shake out the wrists. Move the fingers very, very rapidly like you have no control over the hands. They're moving all by themselves. And then up and down, flapping with wings of a hummingbird. Can't even see them move, they're going so fast. Good, next one, lion's breath. So we're going to make like we're pouncing like a lion. You open the eyes really wide and the tongue hangs out of the mouth. So it looks like this. Okay, so you can just bend your knees as much as you can. Release some tension. And then coming up. And one more. Take the arms out to the side. If you need to, you can hang on to, if you're near a wall, you can put your hand on a wall. Right leg swings back and forth. Just like this. If this is too much, you can come onto your hands and knees and raise right leg up and then swing it up and out to the side. So that's an option too. So go ahead. If you can, if you're kicking your leg up, try to touch the knee to the shoulder. When you swing it back, feels like you're going to hit yourself in the head with the foot in the back of the head. And then the other side. And then release. Good. Okay, now let's come to the front of the mat. Surya Namaskara. Place the hands at the heart. Close the eyes for a moment. Imagine the sun's warmth and light streaming down on you. Visualize that as the wisdom and the love of God. Infuse yourself with that and send it out to all beings everywhere. Let's move together as one like a school of fish. Raise your arms up over the head, reach up and back. Fold forward, bend your knees, bring your hands down on the ground, chest on the thighs. Right foot steps back, lower down the knees, sink down to the seat, push the seat in. Then come into high plank. Knees down, bring the seat all the way back behind the heels. Now glide forward between the arms, smoothly coming into cobra. Just come up as far as you need to, chest open, head back. All the way back again, the seat back behind the heels, glide forward again. Tug at the floor with the arms like you're trying to pull the floor towards you. Push the chest forward, the head goes back, the shoulders go back as well. One more time. Bring the seat all the way back, brush the nose of the ground to come forward. Sliding smoothly between your arms like a snake creeping through the grass. Lift the head, peer out at the world. Then roll over the toes, come into downward facing dog. Lift the seat, allow the heart to melt towards the ground. The head comes down towards the ground too. Then step the right foot forward. If it's too difficult to do, you can lower the back knee. If the foot doesn't make it all the way, just use the right hand to assist the foot forward. Again, push the seat in, and then bring the left foot in to meet the right. Chest on the thighs, head down. Come right up to stand, reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms over the head. Don't worry about the breath, just move the body in a way that feels natural and comfortable. That keeps the breath steady and uniform. Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. The left foot back. Press back through the heels, lengthen from the back heel right to the crown. Then come into high plank. Knees down, the seat all the way back again behind the heels. Glide forward between the arms again. Roll the shoulders back, telescope the neck out of the shoulders. Right back again, 2 more times. Glide forward. You have to imagine that you're the snake coming to the body of the snake, come to the consciousness of the snake. Imitate it on all levels, mentally, physically, and even emotionally. Come up, be regal and wise, coming into a beautiful cobra pose. Roll over your toes back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Melt the heart again. Head falls below the arms. Left foot steps forward to the hands. Sink down to the seat. Push the seat in again. Beautiful. Then bring the feet back together. Uttanasana. Bow to the legs. A gesture of humbleness. Come right up to stand. Reach up and back. Hands back to the heart. Standing salute. Bring your arms up. Think of the word salutation. It means an offering of sorts. Make the practice, make every pose an offering. Pull the body down onto your legs. Right foot back, lower down the knees, sink down to the seat. Come into high plank. Lower down the knees, bring the seat back. Slide right through the arms, coming into the cobra. Then roll over your toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat up and back, melt the heart. Right foot steps forward to the hands. Sink down through the hips. Feet together, Uttanasana, bow to the legs, gesture of humbleness. Come right up to stand, reach up and back, hips forward. Arch back, hands back to the heart. Again, engage your buttocks and your upper back as you arch back to support you in the movement. Pull the body down onto your legs, Uttanasana, fold the body in half. Left foot back, lower down the knees, sink down to the seat. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, bring the knees down, but bring the seat all the way back and start your ascent into Cobra all the way back from there. Glide forward, push the chest forward, shoulders back, widen the chest. Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat up and back, head down. Left foot now steps forward quietly to the hands, sink down to the seat. Good, lose yourself in the practice. Feel as though this is your divine dance of devotion, Uttanasana. Come right up to stand, reach up and back. Return home, hands to the heart. Up again. Go down. Keep moving the body, the breath will follow and deliver ease and steadiness in movement. Right foot back, lower down the knee. Inhale, raise your arms up. Lift the seat at the same time. Exhale, push the seat all the way down towards your front heel. Allow the head to fall back so your arms circle down. Inhale again, come up. Exhale, make a gesture like you're opening yourself up to divine grace. One more time, circle the arms up. Exhale, circle the arms down. Now plant your hands back into high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Glide right into the cobra. Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat up and back. Then the right foot steps forward to the hands, lower down the knee. All the movements soft and graceful, yet powerful. Arms up. Drop the seat down right towards front heel. Circle the arms down. Again, come up. Lift the seat. Exhale. Open up again. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Fly the arms open. Then plant your hands. Bring the left foot in to meet the right. Chest on the thighs, head down. Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. Arch back. And then return home, Pranamasana, always coming back to the source of divine love. Reach the arms up. Create space. Approach your true nature, which is infinite, immutable, stainless. Uttanasana. Left foot back. Lower down the knee. Sink down to the seat. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, turn to the right. All the movements again, reflecting an intention of sorts. Raise your arms up this time, making an intention of being receptive to all perspectives, all experiences. They all teach us something. Open up to the right, sink down the seat. Turning forward, back into high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Slide right through to between your arms, shoulders back, head back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, lift the seat up and back. Then the left foot steps forward to the hands, lower down the knees, sink down to the seat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open up to your left. Again, sweep the arms up. Exhale, open up to the left. Look behind you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, open up. Now looking forward, step the right foot in to meet the left. Chest on the thighs, Uttanasana, pull the head down. Rise up to stand, reach up and back, hips forward. Return home. And another variation, raise your arms up, be open to all experiences. pull the body down, Uttanasana. From here, press into your hand, lift the head and chest. You can either hop or walk back into Chaturanga or right down onto your belly, your choice. Then swing up into upward facing dog or cobra. With your upward facing dog, your hips and knees are up off the ground. Push your hips a little bit further forward so they're between your hands. And imagine you had a hinge at the tops of your legs. Bend the body back as though you're trying to fold the body in half. Make like a dog howling at the moon. Now roll over your toes back into downward facing dog. Here, see if you can melt the chest. Bounce through the chest a little bit. Try to get your chest closer to the ground. If you can, try to bring the top of the head right down. More flexible, try to get the forehead, nose, or even the chin down on the ground without bending your arms. Pull the shoulders back. Good, nice. Now from here, lift the heels, bend the knees, look to the hands. Hold the breath, hop or walk forward. Pull the body down onto your legs, Uttanasana. Come right at the stand, reach up and back. And return home, hands to the heart. One more like that. Raise your arms up, stretch up. Uttanasana. Adjust your Gana, bowing down in humbleness. Lift the head and chest, press into your hands, hop or walk back softly. Try to bend your elbows as you're going back so you don't land with a big jarring motion. No jerks, no hard, loud noises. Practice in a way that's pleasing to the witness who watches. Back into upward facing dog. This time oscillate between upward and downward. So tuck your chin in, round your back, and then melt the heart in your downward facing dog. Immediately come forward, round your back, pull your shoulders over the fingertips, and then into upward facing dog, chest forward, head back. Back the other way now. Round your back, tuck your chin in as you make your transition. Exhale, soften the line in the back. One last time, roll forward, rounding your back, creating fullness in your back. And then fullness in the chest now as you into upward facing dog. Back the other way now. Round the back, tuck the chin, and melt the heart down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale again, melt the heart a little bit more. Be like the dog, loyal to its master. Remember, we're trying to copy them on all levels. And if the teacher, any given pose, that being is your teacher, sees the effort, they will want to share all their tricks with you. Now lift the heels, bend the knees, look to the hands, hold your breath, hop or walk forward, feet to the hands. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Bring the hands back to the heart. Take pause here for a moment. Breathe in from the heart up to the space between the eyebrows. Breathe back to the heart. Remain established in divine love towards all beings. Do the practice because it must be done. Release the arms. Think of this as your divine act of devotion, your divine duty. So now we're going to stand, just try some balance poses here. So start off with tree pose. Plant your left foot down. Bring the right foot either in your normal tree, somewhere along the leg, just not along the knee, just and either above or below. If you have a lotus, you can do your lotus. Pull the heel right into the hip crease and drop the knee down. Then bring the hands to the heart. Just envision the branches of the tree and rise up tall. Look up, imagine you're the tree of life, the energy giver in all different ways, the shade, the oxygen, the fruits. Be resplendent in all your offerings. Good, now from here we're going to take the right foot, take from the inside, hold the heel, come right into ballet pose if you can. If you're having trouble bouncing, you can go against the wall. You try to have your fingers and your toes on the same line. So it might look like a T. If you're more flexible, pull the foot up higher towards the shoulder. Lean to your left. Be poised and graceful like a ballet dancer. That's it. And then release, let the foot down softly. Try it again on the other foot. Anchor down, spread the toes like the roots of a tree. And bring the left foot up. Again, in your whatever variation you're doing, foot flat against the thigh. Press with the base of the toes, the toe pads of the heel to keep your balance. Or your lotus. Hands to the heart. And then slowly rise up. Show up in every way possible. Be engaged. This is an offering to God and to all beings. Now from here, take your left hand down to your foot, the inside of the heel if you can, and then bring the foot out. Again, if you're having trouble with balancing, come against the wall. If you can't raise your leg up, you can bring your hand underneath the knee and hold your leg as best as you can. Use your creativity to find a shape that will suit you. Good, beautiful, everybody. And then softly allow the leg to come down. So we're coming to the back end of the mat now. And from here, toppling tree. Starting off with your left foot forward. Hold your left wrist with your right hand. Let's start off with just warrior 3 first. Bring your head down about the height of the knee, height to the hip, and then bend your left knee, bring the right leg up. You can stay here the whole time if you like. If it's too much to hold your hands, you can bring your arms out to the side. If you're really having trouble balancing, take your fingertips to the ground. Now if you want to proceed further, you can change your hand position so you're opening up your palms, interlacing your fingers, and bringing your body down a little bit lower. Your belly comes to your thigh, your head comes about the height of the knee, and try to raise your right leg up higher. Arch the back. Point the toes. Fall towards your toes. That's it, beautiful. Now here, release the hands, drop the left hand down in front of your left foot, Adho Chandrasana, turn to the right, raise the right arm up. Again, if this is troublesome, you can come down onto your knee, and you do it from your knee. Raise your right leg up. Okay, so lots of different options. If you want to go further, you can take bend the right knee and take hold of the foot and push it up towards the sky. The knee points up, your foot comes away from your shoulder, your body. Open up your chest. It should feel like bow pose. If you have good balance, you can look forward. Take your left hand up off the ground, either on your mat or maybe take it to the foot as well. Pull on the foot again. Break the pose. Bend your left knee, place your right foot down. Come right back up. Good. All the transitions smooth and graceful. Try it on the other side now. Bring your hands behind the back. Hold the right wrist with your left hand. Step forth, right foot. Hinge so your head's about the height of the hip. Raise your right leg up. It should look like you're lying on a table, flat on your belly. Again, change your position of your hands if you need to by going out to the side, or fingertips on the ground if you're having trouble balancing. Be unjudging no matter what happens. Even if you can't do the poses, just do your best. It's the effort that's most important. Now if you want to proceed to toppling tree, interlace your fingers, open up the palms, try to pull your hand right over your shoulders. Lift the left leg up high as you can. Try to get higher than the head. Beautiful, that's it. Nice. Now release the hands, bring the right hand down on the ground. Alternatively, come down on your left knee, on your right knee. Open up to your left, Adho Chandrasana. Try to get your shoulders stacked on top of one another. Take your time into the pose. If you like, you can bend your knee, take hold of the foot, push the foot away from the seat, the knees pointing up. If you want, you can look forward, and then you can see if you can take your right hand off the ground to your heart. You have to hold the breath as you do it. Sometimes it helps. Or maybe you can take the foot with your right hand as well. Push the foot up away from your seat. Break the pose. Pull the heel towards seat if you have it. And then bend your right knee. Bring the left foot back down. Come back up. Good. Now we're going to walk to the middle of the mat, facing at the long edge of the mat. Bring your fingertips together in line with your elbows. And then we're going to just jump your feet apart. So if you're going to your left, if you can't see your camera, just turn around 180 degrees. Okay, otherwise you turn to the left, Virabhadrasana 2. Sink down to the front hip. Try to get your knee over your toes. When you swing your right arm down, you might be able to touch the ground. If you can't, if your hips are limited, then just stay as high as you need to. Now from here, Parsvakonasana, you can bring the forearm on the left thigh, the right arm goes over the head. If you're more flexible, take your hand to the ground in front of the foot and reach over the head. Pull the right shoulder back. If you know other variations here, go ahead. If you want to take a bind or a half bind, go ahead. The right hand can slip behind your back and hold onto your thigh, or left arm can even slide underneath your left leg. Bind your hands. All sorts of different variations. Drop your seat again. Release the hands, bring the right knee down to the ground. Keep your seat nice and low towards the front heel. Push the left hand into the left knee, slide your right hand back towards the foot. Arch your back, lengthen the side body. Now from here you can bring the left arm over the head. And if you know swan pose, you can go ahead. So if you can bring your right foot up towards the shoulder. Take the foot with your left hand first to be able to place in the crook of the arm. And if you lean back a little bit towards your shoulder towards the foot, your fingertips might touch the ear. When your left arm goes over the head and bends down, you might be able to take your hands more easily. And then the last thing is to push your foot away from your shoulder. You have to keep your seat low again. Again, any modification or just stay in the primary forms. That's the idea. Good. Break the pose now. Bring the right foot down, turn to the front, and from here, I'm going to do this way so you can see. Move your left foot out to your left a little bit more. So when you fall to the right, you can come right down onto your hip, maybe the forearm as well. And then roll back to your left so you can get your left forearm down. If your knee falls away from your shoulder, move your foot out a little bit so the knee is over the heel. If you're very low down already, you can bring your arm to the outside of the foot. Now keep on imagining you have weights, a big weight sitting on your seat, and feel it spreading all along the front, the trunk of the body, so the body feels heavy and comes down. If you're very flexible, bring your chest right on the ground. If you know other variations, again, go ahead. Sink down to the seat. Beautiful. Soften your shoulders. Keep sliding your head and chest forward so the body gets longer. As the body gets longer, the body approaches the ground as well. Nice. Now, coming back onto the hands. Slide your left foot towards the center a little bit. Pick up the toes. Ardha Hanumanasana. Bow down to your front leg. Your chest on the thigh, your chest trying to move beyond the knee. Left shoulder lands right beside the knee. Trying to get the top of the head towards the foot. Now if this is too easy, you can go into Hanumanasana. Hinge your seat forward, slide your left foot forward, and then start to make your way into Hanumanasana. Bend your toes under on the back foot, hips are even with one another, and just see if you can sink down. That's it, shoulders over your hips. If you're flat down, you can take your arms up over the head. Try not to lean forward too much. Keep yourself a little bit more upright. And this is a pose that expresses devotion, courage, above all, faith. Anything is possible. Now break the pose. Push into your hands, slide your left foot back closer so it's underneath the knee, and come upright. Parivrita Parsvakonasana. Bend the toes under on the back foot. Right arm up, take it to the outside of the left knee, other hand on the seat, push into the seat and pull down. Inhale, lift to the chest, turn to your left. If you want, you can lean back a little bit and bring your left hand to the heel. Keep your body again upright, shoulders over the hips. You can stay here if you like, or if you want to go into the into a deeper version, turn back around, right arm up, ankle the toe and the knee towards the right, and dive down with the arm so that the armpit is sitting on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into the right, and keep pushing the left hand into the right until the belly comes higher than the thigh. And then you have more room to spin. Center of the chest comes to your thumbs, roll the left shoulder all the way back. If you know the bind, take the bind. Push your seat back, use the left hand to guide the elbow so the hand comes underneath the leg, then throw the left arm over the back, catch it with the right hand, and if you want, you can even take the right knee up off the ground. Push back through the heel, extend through the crown, left shoulder moves all the way back. Should look like you're lying on your back practically. Beautiful. Nice. Everything becomes more possible with the right intention, offering, going beyond just your own desires and needs. Do it for all beings. And then release. Coming back with the hands on the ground and walk your way around so you're facing the long edge of the mat again. And come up. Arms out to the side. Back into that star position. And then go to the other side now. Turn to the right again. Jump around 180 degrees if you're facing the wrong way. Sink down to the seat. Steady, calm, confident like the warrior. Exude all the qualities. Into Parsvakonasana. Right forearm on the right knee and pull the left arm over the head. Make sure your hip is not sticking up. Push it down so that for the foot to the hand, no breaks in the energy line. Or bring your right hand down to the ground. If you want, you can take your bind or half bind. You can slip your left hand behind your back. Place your hand on your right thigh, roll it out and down. Or even take the full bind, right arm underneath the leg. Join your hands beside the seat, not over the seat. Good. Push the shoulder back. Now break the pose. Bring hands down. Lower the knee, flatten out the toes. Right hand to the right knee, push into the knee. And then lean away from the leg. Slide your left hand towards the foot. The left foot. Try not to form wrinkles in the waist. You can raise your right arm up if you like over the head, or if you feel like you can do swan, go ahead. You bring the left foot up. You hold it with your right hand first so you can place in the crook of the arm. Lean towards your leg so your foot's close to the shoulder. Your fingertips are right upright towards the ear, right beside it. And then when your right hand comes down, you find the bind more easily and you push the foot away from the shoulder. Open up through the chest. That's it. Good. You have to keep your seat down very low so that you don't lose your balance. And then release the foot. If you have it, turn towards the front. Move the right foot out a little bit more to the right. Slide your left foot back and drop down on your left hip and your left forearm perhaps, or stay on your hand if it's too much. Roll to the right. And then keep on creeping your chest forward, trying to get it right flat on the ground. Be like a lizard, sunning itself on a warm earth. You have to keep on trying to imagine where that form, that life being is at ease. Put yourself in that state, and you too will find the ease. Feel like the hand of God is on the back of your heart, encouraging you to soften underneath the touch. Now come back onto the hands. Pull the seat back, walk the right foot closer to the center line and raise the toes up. Bow to your leg, Adha Hanumanasana, right shoulder beside the right knee. Imagine trying to get your chest beyond the knee, the head reaching for the foot. A gesture of humbleness. Push your shoulders back, keep your back straight. That's it, good. When you surrender to the pose, that's when it starts to come with more ease. Now you can stay here or hinge your seat forward, bend the toes under on the left foot, and start to slide the right foot forward. Stay in a little bit of a lunge. Be mindful as you try to come into this pose. So don't overstretch and don't go too aggressively and hard. Think of what you're transmitting. If you feel pain and anxiety and distress, that's exactly what all beings are going to feel too, because you're affecting everyone through how you're feeling. And bring your arms up if you like. If you're all the way down or can hold it, you can bring a block underneath the thigh. You can hold it. Be like a shapeshifter moving through the forms effortlessly. All forms merging into that divine consciousness, which is God's. And then release. From here, push into your hands, lean forward, and slide your right foot back. Bring it underneath the knee. Bend the toes under. Parivrita Parsvakonasana. Stand upright, left arm up. Take it to the outside of the knee, other hand on the seat. Push in and pull down at the same time. Look over your right shoulder, try to twist. If you want, again, can lean back, bring your right hand to the foot, and then keep pushing your heel and the foot towards the left as you twist more towards right. Extend out of the hips, grow tall. This is too easy. Turn forward again. Left arm up. Anchor the arm in place. Sit the armpit on the outside of the knee. Right hand pushes into your left. And then bring your belly up by pushing the right hand down to your left. Send the chest comes to your thumbs. Roll the right shoulder all the way back. Go ahead and take the bind if you can. Right arm goes over the back, left arm underneath the leg. Join your hands together and push the left knee again up off the ground if you feel up to do so. Hold your breath, press through the base of the toes, press through the heel. Push the back knee up towards the sky for the balance to keep your legs strong. That's it. And whatever happens, just keep trying. If you fall out of it, try again. It takes angry determination to eventually find the ease in the poses. Put some effort and then keep trying. Now from here, release the pose. Make your way into plank position. Shoulders underneath the wrists. Going now from here, side plank. Move your left hand more to your right in front of the nose and turn to the right, arms in a straight line. If you need to, you can bring your left knee down onto the ground or come down on the forearm if it's your wrist. Push your hips forward, make like you're a kite being blown from behind. Beautiful. That's it. Now, change sides. Go back to plank and then make your way onto your other hand and to the left. Standing on your right hand, right foot. Modify as you need to again. Stay strong through the arms. Make sure you don't drop into your shoulder. Come back to high plank. Lower the knees down. And then sit between the heels or sit on the heels depending on the condition of your knees. And from here, walk your hands back. So just soften your knees a little bit. If you can sit between your heels and go further down, feel free to come down to forms if that's still okay for your knees, or maybe even put your back right on the ground if you can. And then you can take hold of your opposite elbows over your head. Stretch from the elbows all the way to the knees. Try to bring your inner thighs together. Just go again according to how it feels for you. You don't have to come down all the way. And then tuck your chin in, make your way back up. Push into, if you're flat on the ground, bring your hands to your feet, tuck your chin in, peel your upper back up off the mat, and then bring your hands where your elbows were and come back. So another round of Vasisthasana. So you can do the same one as we did before, or you can try another variation. Bring your seat back, downward facing dog. Left hand moves towards the right. Come into Vasisthasana first, but then slide your right toes back. Push into the base of the toes, plant them down, and flip your hips and chest up. So you can move your left foot in as well, closer to your hands, so that the base of the big toe is flat on the ground. And then if you push into your hands and your foot, you might be able to take your knee up more easily. No weight on that right foot. You can catch the knee, maybe even the foot. Okay, so go ahead. Any version you like. You can even do it from your knee. You can do it from here and just move your foot back and just open up a little bit more. Go ahead. Visualize yourself moving into the pose with ease. Imagine, just use your breath to carry you into the pose. That's it. You can do Urdhva Dhanurasana too if you like, anything you like. That's it. Beautiful. That's it. Push your hips way up. There you go. Beautiful. That's it, Catherine. Good. Nice. Beautiful, Catherine. Both. There's two, I forgot. All right. Now, return. Try it on the other side. So again, set up the pose. Dharma always says the poses are about physics. You have to try to find the lines that give you the strength, the force. Make sure that the right foot is flat on the ground, the big toe. Shorten your base. That's it. Push your hips way up. Make sure you don't fall into your shoulder. That's it, Bob. Good. Yeah. Good. All right. Beautiful. And return back into downward facing dog. And then lower your knees down, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remove all fatigue. And then sit back up. Now come into table position. And then move your left knee a little bit forward so that it's sort of underneath the belly between your hands. And slide your toes out to the right and push the left, that's the left knee. The left knee is in front between your hands and point the toes out towards the right, and then slide your right knee right in behind it. And then the toes go out to your left, walk your way back and sit between your heels. If you need to sit on a block, that's okay. If this is too much for your knees, just sit with your thighs together, sit on a block, whatever you need to do. Okay, so Gomukhasana, or the modification. Bring the right arm up, roll the arm bone inward so the eyes, the elbows facing back, and pull the elbow up a little bit higher, push it behind the head. Walk the hands a little bit further down the back, down the spine. And if you feel apt to do so, you can bring your left arm up and up the back and join the hands together. Push into the back of the heart. Inhale, lift through the chest, bring the chin up. Exhale, sink the shoulders down. Keep rooting down to the seat, but keep with the inhale, rising up. Don't fall back into your hips. Your head is centered right between your elbows. Your elbows are trying to make the same alignment with the spine, straight and vertical. Now tuck your chin in, bring your right arm down, and release. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. From here, plant your hands, and you can either come back the same way, come back into table, and bring the right knee in front this time. Or if you want to jump up and cross your legs in midair, you can do that. So press up and land on the other side. Okay, so now your left knee is under, your right knee is on top. Pull on the feet so you're sitting between your heels. Again, sit on the block if you need to, or modify by just sitting on your heels with your knees, your thighs just not crossed, just straight. And bring your left arm up. Eye the elbow facing back, bend the elbow so the hand comes down between the shoulder blades. Walk your hand further down. If you want again, bring the right arm up to meet the hands. Hands come together. Tug on the hands so the hands come closer to the lower back. And push with your head into the arms so that your body stays nice and straight. Top of the head right over the hips. Elbows in the same line as the spine. Tuck the chin in and release. Shake out the shoulders again. Hey, headstand now. Shilshasana, king of the poses. If you know how to get into headstand, go ahead. Do it now. If you need a modification, there's a number of them I can offer. So you can start off. Make sure that you're sitting on your heels like you're doing child's pose. And then make sure your elbows are underneath the shoulders and you can hold them easily. That's about the right distance. Don't move the elbows. Bring your hands forward, interlace your fingers, and place your head between the palms. And lift the seat, walk your feet as close to the elbows as possible, and then just press the heels up and down. You can also do this by bringing one leg all the way back behind your back. Keep the foot close to your seat to allow the knee to bend right down, like you're folding the leg in half. And then again, push the heels or palms into your head, push down the forearms. As you hold your breath, lift the heel and exhale back down. Eventually you might be able to, when you lift your seat up, your heel is up, bend the toes away from the ground. Just pull the toes away from the ground and you're hovering, just like that. Bit by bit, you push through the left foot more, the one foot that's behind you, and the feet will come at the same height. If this is still too much, just come into hare pose. Bring your forehead in front of your knees and lift your seat all the way up as high as you can. So the seat's over the knees, and you feel a stretch in the back of the neck. If it's too much, just move your head forward. Go ahead. That's it. Any expression you like. Good. Bring your feet back a little bit further back, Bob. That's it. Press to the base of the toes. A little bit further back still. Charge your legs. That's it, Catherine. Beautiful. Nice, Andrew. C'est ça, Catherine. Continuez, continuez. Poussez à travers les monts des orteils. That's it. Good. All right. Now, start to make your way down with control. Always again. Moving softly, moving in a way that's not jarring or
or aggressive. Once you're down on the ground, breathe in, breathe out.
And roll your way back up. Find your way into shoulder stand. Scooch to the front of the mat, all the way to the front. So you have a lot of mat behind you. And then you're just going to roll back.
Push into your arms and send your feet behind your head. And then see if you can walk your hands together. And you have to move your shoulders back a little bit. Try to get your elbows close to one another. And then place your hands on the back. Push your feet a little bit further behind your head if you can. And then raise one leg up really straight. Push as though you're trying to push the toes right through the roof. And then hold your breath. Maybe so you can get your other leg up. If it's too much, don't have to come all the way. If your elbows aren't behind your back, you can have your legs at a slant, your feet over your head, your hips a little bit closer to the ground, or you can just sit on your hands with your legs straight up. You can bring your legs against the wall. Go ahead. This is good to just allow the veins to relax in your legs, allow the blood to come all the way down to your brain. And inversions have so many benefits. If you have a lotus, you can bring your legs into lotus. Try to push your knees up higher than your hips. Use your hands to help you if you need to. That's it. Now, wherever you are, attention is to the space between the eyebrows. Eventually, all poses feel the same. You can meditate in any pose. And then start to make your way into plow again. Return your feet to the ground behind your head. If it's too much, you can do happy baby pose. Otherwise, if you're in plow pose, you can also bring your knees down beside your head, your thighs against your chest. You have a lotus embryo pose. Just bring your legs against your body, and if you can wrap your arms around the legs and join your hands underneath your seat, go ahead. Nothing to do, nowhere to go but deeper within. Keep trying to move beyond the mind, the body, and the emotions. These are not you. Now we're going to make our way down with control. Arms behind your back. And then roll back down. If you have a lotus, you can keep your lotus. And when your seat comes down, your knees come down, push into your elbows, lift your back up off the ground, arch your back, bring your chest up, and then bring the top head to the ground. If you have a lotus, you hold your feet. You try to get your knees and your elbows to come down. You have to really push into the elbows. You have to pull on your toes and raise your chest as high as possible. If you don't have a lotus, your legs are straight. Just move your hands underneath your seat. Move your elbows towards one another so they're underneath your heart. And then lift your chest up off the ground as high as you can. Place the top head on the ground. Charge the legs here. Now breathe very fast and nose like a sniffing dog. Keep going with the breath. If you want to raise your legs, if your legs are straight, go ahead. About 12 inches. Don't move your head. Place your feet closer to your seat. If you have a lotus, release it. And bring your fingertips on either side of the head. Fingers spread, palms facing towards you, fingers facing away. Now lift your back up off the ground, your seat. Slide your head a little bit closer to your feet and then turn your hands around. Fingers facing slightly towards the outside and towards the heels. You can stay here again or take a hot breath in, lift your head up off the ground. Urdhva Dhanurasana. If it's too much, keep your head and shoulders on the ground, the back of the head. Move into bridge. Push your chest up towards your chin, tilt the hips forward, and you can hold on to your hips with your hands or interlace them underneath your seat.
That's it. Good. Push your chest forward in front of your arms as though you're trying to kiss the wall in front of you with your chest. That's it. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. One more breath. Hold it.
And then come down softly on your back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, imagine you're fainting, let go of all fatigue. Good. Now, slide your left foot in a little bit. Foot flat on the ground, bring the right leg up. Hold on to the ankle and bring your right knee to the shoulder. And now pull on the ankle so the foot comes closer to the head. Try to straighten out your right leg. Make sure your right hip doesn't ride up, and roll the right thigh down. Now if you want, you can slide your left leg forward, your left foot forward so your left leg's on the ground. And keep trying to push the foot towards your head. Now bring your shoulders up off the mat, touch the forehead to the shin. Bring the head back down, half happy baby pose. Move your hand, right hand to the outside of the foot and try to bring your knee down, right beside your body, underneath your arm.
Good. Now you have a choice here. You can either see if you can move your arm over your leg, your right arm over the leg, so your back of the arm is underneath the knee. And if you are flexible, you can try to bring your shoulders up off the mat, pull the foot towards the left, and bring your leg behind your head, your foot behind your head. That's for advanced practitioners. You're very flexy. You can also take your foot out to the right, straighten your legs, so it looks like ballet pose, but you're doing on the ground. Okay, so just go into the position that's suitable for you. If you're trying to get your leg behind your head, you can slide your left knee right in towards your body, come into a tuck, and just wiggle around. You have to push your arm into the back of the knee so your knee comes closer to the ear. And then this will make it more easier for the foot to go behind the head. Then try again on the other side. Bring the right leg back and allow it to come down softly. Take one breath in here. Exhale, relax everything. Let go of all efforts. And now slide your right foot in a little bit. If you know you can keep your leg straight, you don't have to bring your right foot in. You can bring your left leg up, hold the ankle again, and push the knee against the front of the shoulder. And see if you can raise the leg up higher so that you can straighten the leg, the foot comes towards the head. If you had to hold closer to your knee, that's okay. And then peel your shoulders up off the mat. Try to bring your head up to meet your forehead up to meet your shin, or your nose to meet your shin. Use your core muscles. That's it. Forehead to your knee or your shin. Bring your head down, half happy baby pose. Take hold the outer edge of the left foot and just bring your elbow to the outside the knee and bring your knee down right beside your body underneath your arm. And anytime you feel ready, you can start to either take your foot out to your left, like ballet pose on the ground, or move your left arm in front of the back of the leg, your back of the arm just against the knee. Slide your right knee in if you need to, right in against your body, your shoulder,
Peel your shoulders up off the mat. Tug your foot towards the left, towards your right, sorry, and try to get your foot behind the head. Make sure you have your knee close to your shoulder so that you can get your foot more easy behind the head.
No forcing, no going to a place of such discomfort that that's all you can think about. The mind doesn't find quietness and you lose a benefit. Just know where to draw the line. Try to keep your mind from getting affected. Be unbothered, unjudging. And now release. Lie on your back again for a moment. Bring your right leg down, left leg down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to come back, roll your way back up. Good. Now from here, we're going to come onto our bellies, bending the back the other way. Starting off by anchoring down your hips and your thighs to the ground, the tops of the feet. You can join your hands if you can, or if it's too much, you can, for your shoulders, you can just keep your hands apart. And from here, lift your chest up. Point to the top of the head. Raise your legs up if you can, off the ground, the thighs. Keep your knees straight. Legs straight, no bends in the knees if you can. Engage your buttocks, your upper back. Hold the pose until you shake. Build stamina. Increase your perseverance, your determination. And relax. Turn your head to the right. Breathe into all areas of the back. We feel tension, we feel fatigue. Exhale, soften it all. Good, now come back forward. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Your heels and heels of the palms roughly in line with the heart. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Lift, baby cobra. Lift your chest up off the ground. Keep your feet together, inner edge of the feet. If you can raise your legs up again. Float them above the ground. And now float your hands about 1 inch up off the ground as well. Pull the elbows back. Again. Work the back, upper back muscles. Engage the buttocks. Keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. And back down. Head on the ground, turn your head to the left. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now bring your feet up towards the seat. And so the feet are pointing straight up. Your heels are over your your shins are vertical. Press up to the base of the toes and the heels. Bring your fingertips on either side of the mat, line the shoulders, lift the chest up. And then see if you can float your thighs up off the ground as well. Now you can stay like this, or move your hands a little bit further out. Eventually, right up off the ground like you're skydiving. Bring your arms up wide and high. Now if you feel you can, reach around, pull your heels in so you can hold to the ankles. Come into Dhanurasana. Push up through the feet. Pull the elbows in towards the seat. Then the heels in towards the seat and release the feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hands on the ground, press up into table position and walk your hands towards you and stand on your knees. This is the same pose except you're upright, rabbit pose. Bend the toes under. The knees are wide, a little bit hip width, a little bit wider if you like. And from here, place your hands on the seat, lean back, and then place your right hand on the right heel, left hand on your left heel. And then bring your heels, slant them towards the mat so you can lock your interlock your baby fingers together. Push into heels and push your hips all the way forward as though you're about to fall on your thighs. Lift the chest, allow the head to drop all the way back. Make sure you're pushing down the base of the toes so you don't actually fall flat on your thighs. Your elbows almost together. To come back, push into heels, lean back, bring your shoulders all the way back behind your feet. And then right hand to the right side seat, push in and down. Hold your breath, take your left hand to the seat and push your way back up. Good. Now from here, child's pose, your seat on your heels, belly on your thighs, forehead on the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Roll your way up. The last back bend pose. Stand on your knees again. You can do the same thing. Okay, so you can do the same pose, or if you can flatten your feet, you can do camel. Lean back again. Take your hand to your foot and the hand. Or another way to get into it is just sit on your heels, hands behind your feet, push your hips up, and then walk your fingers towards your feet, and eventually maybe your hands will land on the feet and you push your hips forward. You're very flexible. More advanced practitioners can go bring your arms up, hips forward, bring your fingertips to the ground, or grab the edge of the mat. Or Kapotasana. Bring your hands down and see if you can get your head down on the ground. Eventually your elbows come down as well. And so any variation here that you like, go ahead. Make it an offering. Just do your best. That's it. Hips forward. Try to have your hips right in line with your knees. That's it. Good. And break the pose. Come back up. Sit down now on your seat. Left leg straight in front or folded under if you can. And your left foot goes, your right foot goes on the outside of the left knee. If you, is this too hard on your hips and you can't get your both sides of the seat down, just straighten out your left leg and push your foot further forward beyond your knee, just between your foot between your knee and your ankle. Right hand behind the back, down the center of the back, left arm up, and push the right arm against the thigh of the right leg. Inhale, push the lower back up and in, revolve around the arm, look to your right. Keep upright. Imagine you can see right through the skin, at the spine spiraling around itself. If you have your leg folded under your left leg, you can take hold of your heel with your left hand, tug on the heel as you're twisting. Gives you a little bit more of a sensation, a little bit of resistance as you're twisting. Come back around. Change your legs around. Your right leg underneath. Make sure you're not sitting on your foot. Should be beside your left hip if you have your leg folded. Right arm up, left arm right.
along the center of the spine, right behind the back. Again, you can hold on to your right heel if you like with your right hand. Inhale, push the lower back up and in. Straighten up the spine. Exhale, turn to your left. Look over your left shoulder. Think of the detoxifying effects, like you're wringing water out of a cloth. You're wringing all the toxins out of the organs. Break the pose. Gently make your way down onto your back. Lie down now for Shavasana. Settle your body into a state of deep surrender of all physical effort. Feel as though the body just became a sea of fluid. The skin just dissolves into that fluid. The organs as well. All the bones just floating around in that massive sea of fluid. All the muscles losing all their strength so they just melt into that fluid as well. No hardness left anywhere. No sense of restriction. Everything fluid and soft. Imagine that sea becoming infinite, merging with all the beings. Also in that same state of surrender, of fluidity, of softness. So imagine now a sea became part of the sea. Infinite ways as far as you can stretch, as far as your eyes can see. Ever constant waves. Just imagine those waves bringing to you all the goodness, the best of the benefits of the practice that come as a result of offering up the practice, offering up the efforts for a higher purpose, for the benefit of all beings. It all comes back to you now. Imagine waves upon waves of that goodness flooding you and all the qualities that you're trying to cultivate to a higher extent. Compassion, strength, resilience, courage, wisdom, loving kindness, determination, all these qualities have an infinite potential to grow and to evolve. It is within you, for within you is a portion of God, just as God resides in all beings equally, that infinite being that is everywhere. And you, like the sea, where you can't distinguish one being, one wave, one drop from the next, are like that infinite being, that infinite sea as well. Keep filling up with goodness, with love, with all the knowledge that you gain through your experiences. And most importantly, share it with others, for that is what we are meant to do. The highest form of selfless service is to grant that knowledge to others till they can help. You
can give them the tools to break those patterns that cause pain and suffering. Say to yourself now the following sentence 3 times to ingrain that in your mind and heart. I see the infinite being in my heart and in all beings. Ingrain it in your mind and heart. Keep it with you every day. Come back to it every day. Prepare now to come back from Shavasana. Come back into this beautiful, beautiful vehicle that is used to carry out your mission in your day-to-day life, spreading love and joy and knowledge to others. Prepare now to come back to seated position. Make your way back up with mindfulness, with softness. Tall and supreme. We'll close the practice by chanting Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming.